So millions of Firestick users are currently at risk, especially the ones that use IPTV services, as their devices are targets for malware. Now, sounds very clickbaity, very sensational, but I actually came across this on one of DocSquid's videos where he explains there's been lots of different articles, mainly in the UK press, about warnings to different Firestick users, particularly the ones that use IPTV. Now, personally, I would say that it is advisable to double check the APKs that you do download online. Of course, you have your trustworthy resources like my website or DocSquid or Freetext or the regular streaming YouTubers, but if you do want to make sure that the application you've downloaded is safe, it doesn't contain malware, it doesn't contain any viruses, what's the best way to do that? Well, there's actually two methods that I would personally recommend. The first one I'm sure some of you will know, but the second one has only been released in the last few days, and I would say that's one of the best ways to keep your device 100% safe. Now, for the first one, we can use an application called DefSquid. Now, this I would classify as an all-in-one application because it has multiple uses like speed tests, like privacy check, and of course, malware and virus scanning. Now, this application is available directly on the Amazon App Store as well as the Play Store. Just go over to search and we can now type in the word def, D-E-F, and we should come up in the list. Let's click on that. That's the application there. So this application helps you clean memory, delete junk files, and detect malware. Now, the cleaning memory is always something I'm not really a fan of because I think in most cases it doesn't actually do anything, but definitely for deleting junk files and particularly for scanning malware, I would recommend this application. So let's open it up. Now, what makes this application particularly special with regards to virus scanning and malware scanning is most other applications force you to scan your entire system. So if you have maybe 20, 30 or more applications, it can take a while to scan through all of them. But the great thing with DefSquid is I can just be particular and say, I only want to scan this one application that I've recently installed. What's the state of that one? Say, for example, if I scroll through my application list, here we can see we have F Launcher. I can press the select button here, and this will now go ahead and do a deep scan just of that one application. And we can see in the pie chart now it says there's one green application. If I go back up, it's saying that this application is probably harmless, so nothing to worry about. This application is fine. Let's go down. So for example, I want to scan this one here. Let's press that. This will again do a deep scan. And even though it's scanning through multiple engines, I think a total of 60 different engines on VirusTotal, using so many engines, it's still really quick. And very quickly we can confirm that also the application there was fine. Let's see if I can find one that's a false positive, because as you can imagine, if there's 60 engines or many engines, occasionally one or two of them may report a false positive. A false positive is where a virus engine determines that something is malicious when in reality it's not. Mouse toggle. Okay, so we can see this one here is saying it's probably malicious. Now, before we panic and think, oh, do I have some malware on my device? Do I have something to worry about? If I press the select button on that, but as we can see, there's only one malicious pattern. We can then presume this is a false positive, especially if you have downloaded this from a known or trustworthy website. Let's click on dismiss. Now, I do actually have a test application here, which is this one here, which is actually like a test file just to confirm that your virus scanner or virus checker is working properly. Let's scan that one. Okay, we get another red. Let's go back to the top. And we can see now for this one, if I press the select button on there, let's click on that. You got 59 patterns. So this you can say, I mean, even though it's just a test file, but if you do see any application on your device that has maybe more than 5 or 6, patterns or matches found, then I would say in most cases, it's probably safer for your device if you uninstall it. But if it's just 1 or 2 warnings, then in most cases, it's going to be a false positive. Again, especially if you downloaded this from a known or trustworthy website. And of course, if it's like, 10 plus, then definitely get the application off your device. So that's the first way to protect your device. Now, the second way is actually quite interesting. If I press home, so a brand new feature added to IPVanish in the last few days, where your VPN will actually have built-in malware protection, also tracking protection. So if any application, any website tries to track you, all of that will be automatically thwarted by your VPN. It also checks for malicious websites, websites that are known to host malware or cryptojacking or any of the other potentially dangerous stuff. You'll also get that warning and protection directly from your VPN. If I start that up, if I go over to the settings, scroll down, and here we have it, guys. So this is now built in directly into IPVanish. So no need to use another third-party application or anything like that. If you already use a VPN whilst you're streaming, then this really is one of the best features they've now added directly into IPVanish. So you can enable it just like this, turning that back on. And the next time you enable your VPN, you'll then automatically get that protection. It does say that it may impact your streaming application. So it's always worthwhile testing, turning this feature on, and double checking and make sure that all of your standard streaming applications are still working okay. And again, if you have downloaded them from trustworthy sources, then enabling this, it shouldn't really make any difference. And it will make sure that your device, your Firestick, your Fire TV, all of your Android TV devices, all of them stay protected with this new feature. And if you guys are after a VPN, you can still take up this very special offer just for the next 2 weeks, where they are giving you that total protection just for $2.99 a month. So at that price point, to protect all of your devices, all of your Fire Sticks, your Android TVs, your laptops, your tablets, all devices covered with a single license, with total protection, maximum speed, zero data logging, to get 2 years protection with 3 months extra free, I definitely think $2.99 a month is definitely worthwhile checking out. It does help support my channel, so many thanks if you want to do that. Do have a look in the video description and pinned comment if you want to take up this special offer. Do leave me a comment below, let me know what you think, and I'll hopefully catch up with you guys real soon. Thanks.